Oh yeah, fuck yeah, Radio Bam Sears 28 Faction. I'm here with Kat Von D and Nikki Sixx, Motley Crue, and Will Pendarvis of Sirius Radio. And
oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah. This is quite a room to be in, by the way.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
I just got
it smells good.
Kat actually finished my entire full left sleeve now, so I'm fucking stoked.
Finally.
I know I'm done. Now I'm probably going to start working on my
next one.
Right arm too.
Right arm, left leg.
And then we went to Din Din and tried to avoid any kind of like hot spot. And then we go to this place called The Lodge. And then next thing you know, Kerry King comes waltzing in, and that was pretty strange.
It's a funny day today.
I know.
Kerry King, we keep running into him in random restaurants all through Los Angeles.
Yeah. It's for the third time.
He is a stalker, you know. He used to be in a glam band. I mean, he used to have glam hair. You ever see those pictures of him?
I never saw it.
It's funny.
Oh, yeah.
And it's funny because, like, Aisha, his wife, is getting, like, a portrait of him when he was a baby. And it's crazy how... Did you see it?
Evil baby.
He looks evil in it, just like he does now. Like, he's like a baby version of Carrie. It's so funny. Can't wait to see that.
So, you're in a band called 6 a.m. and didn't it just go #1 today?
Yeah, it just went #1 today.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Mainstream radio, a song called Life is Beautiful.
Cool.
As heard on Faction, by the way.
That's right, it has been.
Full support.
Yay!
Yeah, awesome.
That's right, because I was at Sirius in, was it Washington?
New York?
New York,
yeah.
I don't know. Washington and New York, same thing.
I gotta take a listen. I have my head so far Scandinavian bands.
I know.
Yeah.
But Bam, if you do listen to a song, I think that you should listen to Pray For Me, because I think that's the one you're gonna like.
Okay.
So remember that.
But he might like the stuff.
I mean, you're gonna like all of it.
But he might like stuff like Intermission with all the gothic.
Yeah. You're gonna like it, but I'm saying I just know what you like because we like the same thing. And
any songs about heroin? Because that's
the whole album.
The whole album.
Dude, I don't know why.
Because it's called it's 6 a.m.'s the band. It's called the Heroin Diaries soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
The whole thing is about heroin.
I don't know why. Every band that I like, I find out that they're just like, you know, either muffed up on heroin, muffed up on speed, or just pure drunks. And I don't know. And it's so funny too because rock stars can get away with that kind of thing. Like, if you get caught with like a bunch of booger sugar and then a hooker, like, and you're on like People magazine, it's cool. Like if Pete Doherty does that, but if you're some like manager, like you're trying to act respectable, like you're a total scumbag, and you're done.
Yeah.
That's so fucking weird.
Yeah, or what about the fact that, you know, actresses can get a porno out there and actually become more
That's strategic
famous.
Marketing.
Well, it is strategic, but it's bizarre that
it's always
works.
funny how like sex tapes always get like revealed like a month prior to like a season premiere of some sort. It's like, man, it's so smart. Why can't I have one of those? I'm just kidding.
Well, we could bring that up so bad. We will not. Where was the other day?
Remember when you were like, you told me that you took naked pictures of me while I was sleeping?
Yeah,
I was like,
we were at dinner, and I said, man, I got these naked pictures of Kat while she's sleeping. And I was talking to someone else, and she heard it.
I was like, what?
Like, what? And I go, oh, yeah, I got them on my iPhone. You want to see them? And she's freaking out. You know?
Like, they'll never be the first woman president. Oh.
So, how did you guys meet?
How did we meet? We've known each other for quite some time.
Yeah.
First interview with you two ever, by the way, so this is pretty rad right now.
Yeah, I know. Do this together. Oh, babe.
We've been making everybody sick.
I know, everybody, like we're all in love, and everybody's puking, and it's awesome.
So did you come into the tattoo shop? Or?
No, it was like, you know, Scott Ian and Pearl, his chick, I just got a text message one day, and it was like, hey, Pearl wants to hook you up with Nikki. Is that cool? And I was like, yeah, totally. Like, just give me my number and, we'll figure it out. And I was assuming, like, to get tattooed or for the show or something, And then, like, the next text is like, well, what about Friday or whatever night at Chateau Marmont at 7 p.m.? And I was like, wait, did I just agree to, like, a blind date without even, I was like, fuck, And I've never gone on a blind date. That's just weird,
You wouldn't be blind because you know what I look like.
Kind of.
It's just from album covers. What if I showed up looking like Shout at the Devil? The boots and the whole thing.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So when did you actually realize, like, I like this dude?
Well, we've been...
It took a long time.
I know. We were going through, like...
Well, she was going through a divorce, I was going through a divorce.
And I think that's why they try to hook us up. They're like, oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, they could relate. But see, when she said to me, I was so bitter from my
like, I hate
divorce.
girls.
Yeah, it was like, you know...
And he thinks that girls with tattoos are not hot.
I said, a girl with black hair and tattoos.
And for me, I'm like, dude, a guy in a band? Like, I'm sorry. Like, no way.
A guy in a band, what a loser.
Like, no, not a loser, but I'm just like, why would I sign up for that? That's
why
like
would I sign
dumb.
up for that? This guy's going to burn me for sure.
For sure.
It seems like if girls have, like, tattoos, you can kind of tell when, like, a girl doesn't really know what they want, or kind of anybody doesn't know what they want, and they just wind up with, like, some
What did you say?
Cherries,
You said
little
the
cherries.
best thing that one night. You were like, your tattoos are a symbol of,
of commitment.
Yeah,
for
commitment.
One. Yeah. When people are like,
You're obviously down.
Are you committed to doing this, dude? I go, look at me. I make a commitment. I'm into. Yeah, you get stars on your face. And what's the other thing about tattoos? It helps you keep people away from you wouldn't want to know anyway.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh man, you're all tattooed up. You know, that's kind of weird. And you're like, well, I wouldn't want to know you anyway.
Yeah.
I love showing up to, like, I live in Pennsylvania, so, like, I'll pull up at the gas station, like, just no shoes on, total scumbag, like, coming out of a Lamborghini and stuff, and people just like, what the fuck is going on?
I love that.
I love, like, wearing, like, nice clothes, and, like, no matter what, like, what you wear or what you do, even if you're naked, like, you always look like... I mean, not a scumbag. Well, you know, like
scumbag.
I just look different constantly. Like, there's no way you could make me over. You know?
Yeah. Like when I was going to court for my divorce, there's no way once your hands are done, you can ever clean. You can't clean up too much. You know, you can comb the hair back.
But I like comboing the two, like fancy schmancy and like scumbag hooker.
Yeah, neck or hands, you're pretty much doomed at that point. So and face, in case
you're me.
No stars on the side of her face.
When you bought your Lambo, like, did you get any grief from the dealership or anything?
No, they knew me at that point.
They knew you at that point.
Yeah, when I was 20, I made these videos called CKY, which is basically Jackass before.
Yeah. And you had him on there.
Yeah, and I did it all myself. I edited it myself, filmed it with just friends and stuff, and then it just blew up. So I was 20. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go get a Ferrari. Who cares, you know? And then I did it. After like 5 months, I just felt like I'm that 20-year-old jerk-off driving around in a Ferrari, and all these people probably think that my dad bought it for me, but he's just a fucking baker at a grocery store, you know?
He was?
Yeah. So then I got rid of it and got like a regular Mercedes, and then after like a year, I'm like, fuck it, I don't care what anybody thinks. I liked that car, so then I got a purple Lamborghini and then drove it around the world in 8 days and ruined it. So then I got a blue Murcielago. So I still have both of them, but
yeah. Because when I bought my Ferrari Testarossa, I went in and I had cutoffs on, no shoes, no shirt, just looked like hell. I was shaving for about a week, and I went in and they were just giving me grief. They were like,
well, when I bought my limo, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So when I bought my Volkswagen Rabbit,
I don't have a Volkswagen Rabbit. Oh.
Actually, you know what? When I did get the Ferrari, I walked in and I was like, yeah, you had a red 360 Medina in here. I'm like, where is it? I drove all the way. They're like, look, kid, it's in the garage getting worked on. I'm like, well, I want to see it. They're like I said, it's in the garage getting worked on. And they're like, all right, fine. And then they come down and they show it to me. I'm like, damn, this thing is nice. You know, like, yeah, it is nice. You ready to go now? I'm like, yeah, I want to buy it. They're like, what do you mean? And then like, I pull out like my checkbook, and then they change their attitude so bad.
Immediately.
They're like, oh, can I get you something to drink? Dude, you know what? Yeah. You know how many times I felt like Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman, like going to a Christian Dior store or any kind of like nice store? It's always like, they're not like, can I help you? They're like, can you please get the hell out of here because you can't afford this? And I'm just like looking at her going, like, look, lady.
I gotta say, Bam and I have had this conversation before.
Oh, okay, so I'll stop talking.
No. But, growing up, dirt poor, and Alabama.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably the fantasy of every single poor person is to do that.
Yeah.
Is to walk in to one of those places and buy something really expensive because they always look down on you, man. And it's just the worst feeling out.
Yeah, and I'm like, who are you? You know, like,
But society's changed, right?
It's different now.
Things have changed so much.
Yeah, and like when I got the Hummer, these 3 salesmen were all just sitting there talking to themselves and laughing and stuff, and I'm sitting there like waiting for them to stop, and they're looking at me, and then they keep talking again, and then finally I was like, yo, can I fucking buy this? You know, and they're like,
buy this
what?
already?
Yeah, and they're like, well, that one's already sold. I'm like, whatever, this one, that one, whatever. Like, and then they're like, oh.